They've already started moving into another apartment. They began that just a few days ago before all of this. And today we've learned almost half of the neighborhoods of this sprawling campus soon won't have their homes to go back to come December. Samuel Hunt enters what used to be his home, and before you even see the damage, you can smell it.
Oh, it hits you, takes your breath away.
He walks us through, shows us the watermarks that go past his knees. He and his wife left almost 3 weeks ago, just before the flooding. The carpets are still wet from it.
Everything is saturated with this water. Everything. And that's what you're stepping on, even after all these days, the curtains, the windows being up.
The 425-acre senior living community is along the southern banks of Shingle Creek. Heavy rain from Hurricane Ian flooded the lower-lying homes here, just like during Hurricane Irma. Today, we've learned units in just about 6 neighborhoods won't be repaired. The Society's VP of Operations tells me nearly half those residents have chosen to terminate their lease. Any units not repaired are expected to be demolished. In the meantime, they're working with residents to get them help through FEMA, the Red Cross, and other agencies.
They seem to be pretty happy down there, don't they?
Samuel shows us the mold damage in every room. He's hoping for FEMA assistance so he and his wife can get new furniture. They just signed a lease for a place in Orlando. They, like so many seniors here, are on a fixed income.
I mean, I could almost cry because of what we lost. I mean, I'm 70, my wife's 73. And you know, you never expect something like this.
Now, a mandatory evacuation is still in place for the community here, and we've learned the county is working to inspect the structures here and obtain any permits necessary to do so. Reporting live in Kissimmee, Rebecca Turco, Spectrum News. They are encouraging residents of Good Samaritan Society Kissimmee Village not to sign anything without speaking to a lawyer first. That is their right, but they tell us some seniors simply have felt backed into a corner.
These people are scared. They've lost everything.
Jeffrey Hussey is the director of litigation for Community Legal Services, a pro bono group giving legal advice to local hurricane victims at FEMA disaster recovery centers. He says he learned yesterday that Good Samaritan Society is trying to terminate the leases of residents whose damaged homes won't be fixed, saying they won't get their security deposits back unless they sign a legal document, which also prevents them from suing.
Most of the time, landlords will hold back security deposits for damage to units and caused by the tenant. These damages obviously were not caused by the tenant, and they're going to get their security deposit back, you know, if they do have to leave the units.
Good Samaritan Society told residents that significantly damaged units deemed unsafe in nearly half their neighborhoods won't be repaired. The VP of Operations said in a statement today that they plan to issue termination notices for those residents effective December 1st, but before then, quote, applicable refunds for independent living residents can be expedited with mutual consent to both terminate the occupancy agreement. She says nearly half those residents have chosen to terminate their lease and look for other housing options. Jeff's urging seniors to get legal advice before they sign anything.
Someone already signed the documents and they had no idea what they were signing. Their understanding is this is the only way they can get some of the money back that they've already put down.
Good Samaritan Society called it a difficult decision not repairing those neighborhoods. Meanwhile, we're told those pro bono lawyers will be here at the Disaster Recovery Center for as long as it's open. Reporting live in Kissimmee, Rebecca Turco, Spectrum News. There are pro bono lawyers here offering legal advice for hurricane-impacted victims. That woman I spoke with plans to get that help here, and she's also hoping for FEMA funds, too.
This is about what we've got.
For someone who loves cooking,
It's kind of sad.
Joyce Hunt doesn't have much to work with.
Ginger ale, chocolate milk.
Her to-do list goes beyond the grocery
We
store.
got an air mattress.
She and her husband need new furniture, new just about everything. Most of their belongings were destroyed by floodwaters at Good Samaritan Society Kissimmee Village. And now, Good Samaritan Society wants her to sign this document, which would terminate her lease and keep her from suing.
I'm not going to be bribed by anyone, okay? And that's what they were doing.
Joyce says a representative told her she'll get her security deposit back if she signs. She's not going to. There's no mention of security deposits in the document. Good Samaritan Society says it's standard practice for them to refund deposits when these occupancy agreements are terminated. A spokesperson confirmed they're sending this to residents of units they aren't repairing. Damaged units they're calling unsafe in almost half the village's neighborhoods.
He said they wanted to cover their butts. And they know that there are a lot of residents in there that security deposit means everything to them.
Good Samaritan Society tells us they plan to issue termination notices for impacted residents effective December 1st, saying if residents sign before then, the applicable refunds can be expedited. A pro bono lawyer at the local FEMA Disaster Recovery Center told us yesterday his group has spoken to some 100 Good Samaritan residents, encouraging them to get legal advice before signing anything.
These damages obviously were not caused by the tenant, and they're going to get their security deposit back, if they do have to leave the units.
Joyce and her husband, in the meantime, are hoping for FEMA disaster aid to help them start over. They may have lost a lot, but they are grateful for what they do have.
And most important, we have each other after 50 years, so that's the most important thing.
And I've learned the county has not condemned any Good Samaritan units. They are still inspecting the campus. Meanwhile, there is a town hall meeting set for Monday night. We're told that representatives from FEMA, Osceola Housing, and Legal Services will be there to answer any questions from residents. Reporting live in Kissimmee, Rebecca Turco, Spectrum News.